Good evening, friends, and welcome to tonight's Pick a Card. And tonight I'm thinking of people who are trying to make a decision. There's something that needs to be finished or something you need to do before the end of the year. And so I've picked a couple of decks for us to use. For the single card reading tonight, we're going to get the advice of the angels with the Angels and Oracles Angels and Auras Oracle. Then for our free reading, we're going to be pulling cards from the Flower Petal deck. It's as if Spirit is sending you a greeting card. Each flower has a symbolism, and I'm going to be pulling those cards for free tonight. And then our third option is for what's your missing piece? What are you not seeing, and how can you deal with that? Okay. So first, our flower reading. Second, the angel's advice on what's you can expect next. And the next last message available to you tonight is the three-card missing piece reading, which allows us to dig in a little bit deeper. Okay, so let me grab my sip my drink here. And we will get started here shortly. Welcome, everyone. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. We're all about finding patterns that are holding us back from our highest good. You know, I love to give free readings out every time I show up. It's just helping me introduce you to my new home, Hipsy, which is where all of my readings, all of my materials are available for you through the Hipsy link. They take care of all of the back end of my shop when it comes to readings. So grateful for them. So I have one thing I forgot. Let me go grab it and then we will get started. Hi, Nettie. Welcome. Well, let me double check it. I appreciate your letting me know. Let me check on the link, manifestfaster.com. I'm checking. Sometimes it takes a while, Nettie, when you first click on it, you have to wait. Yes, so it's working. So if it doesn't work for you right away, just try again because when you click manifestfaster.com, it should open you right up to the page to sign up for your flea flower, to your free flower card reading. Okay, so let me get this put to the side, get out my flower deck. The flowers are the cards can guide you to be read as an oracle. Think of your question or situation, and I will select a single card for you. The cards can be used with other healing tools. See, we have and the author is Sherilyn Darcy. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Nettie. What happens when you click it? What does it do? If there's something that I can help you out with to make it work, I will. So just tell me what is it that does it do when you click that link? And meanwhile, I'm going to start by pulling an angel oracle for us to set the tone. What is it that spirit wants for us to know tonight? What is it? What are we not seeing? There's something that the universe wants you to know, a detail you're not aware of. And before you make that decision, it's important that you look at all of the angles. So let's take a look. Oh, I think I forgot to introduce you to the tarot deck of the evening. It's kind of a new favorite of mine, and it's called the Wake Me Up Tarot. And it's wonderful for when there's a blind spot or there's something. Um, okay. All right. So what happens is um, when you go check out the page, let me just give you the instruction, Nettie, because I know you've been here and I know you're a bit frustrated. So you click on the manifest faster, and then it takes you right over to the page where it says to ask the question. And then hang on a second, because I want to be able to look at it myself so I know exactly what we're talking about. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. So if we go over there, and when it spins around, you've got that red circle that spins around, right? Did you see the red circle? And then after that, it lands, it'll say book now. So it says flower petal reading book now. And then you click on that button, and then that should open a new menu for you. There it is. And at the bottom down there, where it says, what is it you need to know right now? And then it says, ready, tell me about yourself and how I can help you. So if you, that's what you're looking for. Okay, so that, Nettie, when you go to the page, when you click book now, and it says flower readings free at the top, and then keep scrolling down, and there's a place that you need to type in your request. And after you type in there, then when you scroll down, there should be a send button. Let me just see if I can see it. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. Okay, my friend? I'm gonna tap in. I know it's working because some other people have been able to make it work. So if for some reason it just wait for a moment and then you can try it again. Okay, my friend? All right, let's take a look. What is our leading card for tonight? Okay. Focus on your health. So, okay, when somebody's pressuring you to understand, to make a decision, sometimes they are not looking out for your well-being, right? They have a position to fill. They have an agenda at their whatever this situation is, that they are not looking out for your highest good. It could be that it's a working situation. I'm trying to get rid of that glare on my card. Perhaps they have a working situation or something that is prohibiting them from considering your health and well-being because you're just good at what you do and they just want you to do it. But what you're needing to know is that it's so important to focus on your health first. If you start getting involved with something that ends up as exhausting you or pulling your energy down, it's not going to be good for you or anyone. So please prioritize your well being. If something about this decision does not feel quite right, then you need to speak up so that you're taking care of yourself. Okay. All right. So, welcome, welcome, everybody. We do need people to check out my link, manifestfaster.com, because sometimes it's not working. It's hard for you to get your free reading. I definitely appreciate you letting me know. And then for those of you who are here just to watch the readings from the collective, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And I'm pleased to be able to read some cards for you, all of us tonight, on what it is we need to know when it comes to this next week, this Christmas season. We want to be sure to be guided by spirit so that we continue to make the progress that we're wanting. Okay. All right. Okay, so if you would like to have a free reading, please hit manifestfaster.com and it will guide you to the order form. And there's three or readings that you can order tonight. One is a free one where I'm using my flower deck. This is the deck for the free readings. And then I'm using the Angel Oracle deck for the Oracle cards. And I'm also using the tarot, the Wake Me Up Tarot. I'm going to demonstrate for you guys what a three-card reading offers you if you would like to if you would like to have that. Hi, Christina. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And I hope you can help me out. Nettie was having a hard time using the ordering form, and I know you've had success in the past. So if you don't mind going over, I would be happy to pull you a flower card, and then you can just test the system and make sure it's possible for you. Okay. And those of you who are watching, if you'd like a single card reading with the Oracle, it's $4.99. And to get a three-card tarot reading, it is 1111, my favorite number. Okay, so Christina Meow, thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Let's draw you a flower card. Okay, so as long as we have you here, grab my cards. Okay. All right. I'm gonna add a hip C. Once you register the first time, you should have an easier time getting through to leave your question. Let's see, I'm just gonna write the hip C link in here for you guys if you want to try it. I appreciate your patience, everybody, because I'm just getting used to the program over there. Okay, there's the Hipsy link. So either that or the Manifest Faster, either one should take you to the ordering link where you can sign up for your free card tonight. So Christina, see. What is the message for my friend Christina tonight? So glad to see you. Big hug. I imagine it's cold up there. Do you have snow on the ground? Yes, I'm so blessed to have Hipsy. They're helping me so much to support my work, support my channel. I really appreciate them. Okay. Oh my goodness, explosion here. We have two. So which one? Here's your card, Christina. Chrysanthemum. Be here always with willing hands and heart. So I take this okay, so what I sense is the importance. I feel like there's a strong energy wanting you to know that they are appreciative of the fact that you're here. Um, you're making the choice to stay here. Does that, wow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sensing a dark energy here, and that there are times that you wish you weren't here, just saying what I'm feeling. And so I just feel that there's just overwhelming presence of cheerleaders from the other side that are saying, be here always with willing hands and heart. And the chrysanthemum is kind of a flower that doesn't get much respect because they're all inexpensive. You can buy a bouquet very inexpensively, and they're just kind of ordinary compared to other fancier flowers like roses or irises or orchids, you know? But they're very hardy. And one of the coolest things they do is if you have chrysanthemums and you have a white one and you put some food coloring into the water, that chrysanthemum will soak up that water and turn the leaves, the flower petals a different color. It's magical to see how nature works that way. So I just feel like for you, Christina, it's just finding joy in the ordinary. Definitely keep leaning into your Ho'oponopono practice, and just know that people on both sides of the veil are honoring your strength through choosing every day to be here now, always with willing hands and heart. So there you have it. I hope that lifts your spirits, my friend. We set this over here. Okay, so if you'd like to order a reading, super simple. You could, there's um, two methods you can use. You're welcome, Mystic Christina. Manifestfaster.com, or of course, you can go directly to Hipsy if that will work for you. And so, Nettie, why don't you try that link also? If you're new here, thank you for your patience. I love to give out the free readings here, but you do need to order them, even they're free, and you don't need to use your charge card because it's free. Okay, so let me just pop this in here. And I want to do a tarot reading for us. Okay, so this tonight we're looking at our card pulls are all about situations where you might be feeling pressured. Somebody's pressuring you to decide something. It could be a company, it could be that you're wanting to purchase something and you're just feeling very pressured about the decision. And so the reading tonight is up. Wait, don't decide carelessly. Let's see what you might not be seeing. What's that missing piece? And we have the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So, yes, so right now, what's happening is the most important thing that you need to know right now is that you have a beautiful ability of accepting people. You've got a lot of charm and charisma, and people are drawn to you. But what's been happening in the past is that you've trusted too fast, that you moved quickly. You heard something and you thought, oh, wow, this looks fantastic. And you went for it. But the problem is that you didn't check clearly on who it was that you were dealing with. So it could be an ex that turned out to be not who you thought they were, or it could be you were promised something, you took a new job and you were promised certain things, but then at the end of the day they kind of bait and switched you, right? So they gave you promises and they did not fulfill. So what needs to happen right now is you need to really slow down. Okay. Google the person. People say, really? Do you Google somebody that wants to take you on a date? I said, absolutely. I mean, what if you can find, a report that's right out in the public domain if they've had any issues with the legal system, or if there's some kind of reputation situation that's going on that you could actually find out simply from Googling the person, but also asking questions. There's something you're not seeing here. There's kind of this sneaky energy. And I feel like there's something in your past where you felt really squeezed in because of compromises that you had to do. So before you make this big decision, sit quietly and think clearly. Do you have to move as quickly as they're pressuring you? Or is it possible for you to just be more restful and more mindful of how to make the next best choice? If you're feeling pushed, then that's an important message for you. Stop for a second. Tell the person, look, I need 24 hours. I'll get back to you tomorrow at this time, but I really need to sort some things out. Don't be pressured. Okay. Very interesting. Drop a comment if this is you, if you know what it is that this is about. I'm always so curious how these cards come together for you. Okay, so if you're interested in receiving a free reading tonight, it's very simple. All you do is register at the link in the chat. It's manifestfaster.com. I'm happy to pull a card for you from the flower deck. Meanwhile, back over to the oracle. What does spirit want you to know when it comes to what's coming next? What is it that spirit wants for you to know? What's coming next? The divine self. Okay. This energy feels like that last 3 card, reading felt, where there's been some betrayal that's made you very cautious. This could be connected. If those last 3 cards resonated with you, chances are this is part of what's going on for you. So, because of going through a really tough time, whether it's a health situation you had to go through, a breakup, getting, fired, something that really throws you for a loop in a major way. It can cause you to just freeze in place, like fight or flight, where you just freeze and you can't move any direction. So, as was said in the card before, in the cards, about not rushing, not hurrying, don't be pushed right now. It's very important for this decision that you're making that you just look at all aspects. I know it's hard to ask for hard advice, but it might be worth it for you to ask a friend or someone's close to you and say to the friend, what do you think I'm not seeing here with this opportunity? What do you think could go wrong? Because if your person loves you and will give you an honest answer, it can open your eyes a little bit. Sometimes when a new opportunity comes, it's almost like a crush. You know, you feel attracted, you feel like, yes, why not? And you can jump in too quickly. So this is just allowing for that time. Make sure you're feeling intuitively connected to the divine within you. If you're a meditator, fantastic. You guys know I think I use an app by the name of a man named Henry Shookman. I love Henry so much. He's the best um, meditation teacher I have found personally. And his app is called The Way. It's very easy to use, it's insightful, and it's helping me to plug into my intuition. And that's helping me with the confidence to do my day-to-day life. Okay. So spirit just wants you to know that that everything is in the right timing, even though you may think it's the wrong timing. I don't want to feel pressured. Spirit sees that, and you can help yourself by talking to someone. If you don't have a reader, a tarot reader, of course, I would love to be your reader, of course. And that's something we can look at in the cards for you. I just put out a new reading. It's the end of the year love check in, and you can find it on my menu of recorded readings. And it's less than $10, just to give you a little bit more information about what's ahead for you to prepare you for love in the future. Okay. Or you can take a deep dive where I could create a video and we could go deeper. But if it's not me, fine. But do find someone that you can say, look, if you think there's something I'm not seeing about this opportunity, could you please tell me? Because often your friends know and they sense something, but they won't say unless you invite them. Okay. All right. Now, who would welcome you guys? I'm so glad you're here. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot, and we're using the Flower Petals Oracle cards tonight for the free reading. So if you would like me to pull one of these pretty cards for you, I'm happy to do it. All you have to do is hit the link that I have listed in the chat, and it will take you to my Hipsy account, and you can order your reading right over there. And I'd be happy, 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 happy to draw one of these cards just for you. Okay. Meanwhile, let's go back to our oracle. And I will, if you would love an oracle card pulled, I'm happy to do that. That one costs $4.99. And I'm happy to draw and interpret an oracle card for you. These are from the Angels and Oracles deck, one of Radley Valentine's decks. I so admire him. Illustrations by Brooke Stefanelli. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you very much, Radley. And let's see, what is it Spirit has for us tonight when it comes to what's coming next? What do we need to be prepared for? Feel free to claim these readings. That's what the collective readings are all about. I so strongly believe that birds of a feather flock together. And so there's many of us facing the exact same situation. What is coming? What is next for us? And we have Archangel Raziel, and that's you certainly can Google Archangel Raziel and get a little bit of added extra insight. Let's see, what is coming next? So, Archangel Raziel is here to just comfort you a little bit. You have been a little skeptical and you've kind of become a bit of apathetic where your energy's like a toss away energy. You may just be tired of doing things the same old way. And even when you come to a reading, part of you's going, I don't believe this stuff. I don't, how does she know? How could she possibly have a message for me? She doesn't know me, those kinds of feelings. But what's coming next is you're going to have something happen where you will hear something and it'll be so soulful, so exactly right for you that you will know that you know it's not a coincidence. Some piece of information may come to you from somebody you don't know, or you could have somebody that you love that out of the blue says something that gets your attention. You're like, oh my gosh, this is just what I've been praying for. And you'll get it. It'll be like a flash. Okay. Look at all the colors, these beautiful colors. I feel like you, in a way, you've been looking at your problem in black and white, like an old fashioned TV, which I'm 73. So I remember black and white TVs way back when I was a little kid. And so imagine watching the TV or a movie with no color. But as you see this angel, it's like your aha, the the new sensation that you have is going to drop within you so much security. This light reminds me of the light on the hermit card, and the hermit is related to the star. And it's just like I feel this dose of healing that's coming, and you're going to feel so uplifted, like you've been in a time where you've been upset or troubled for a long time. And this is a sign. Oh my gosh, celestial current. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Celestial tells us, yesterday I called on Archangel Raziel, secrets of God, keeper of all magic, and this is my confirmation. You heard your prayer. Oh, I got goosebumps. I'm so grateful that you're here, Celestial Current. Yes, this is like the angels, the reason I picked this deck. Like I have several, and when I walk over to pick the decks, I never know why. And so thank you, Celestial Current. This is a special message for you, and I'm glad you feel that confirmation. So instead of feeling detached and feeling rigid and skeptical, you can look forward to feeling enlightened, adaptable, soulful, and connected. Definitely coming out from under a shadow here. And listen, if you can relate to these cards, all you have to do is say, I claim it. I claim the energy of this card. This is why I do the same as you guys. Like I'll wander around the internet looking for live readings because I enjoy them myself. And it's just the serendipity where I'm in the right place at the right time to receive a message that's really a blessing for me. So, Celestial, if you'd like me to draw a card for you to just put a little bit of frosting on the cupcake, you can certainly do so. All you have to do is pop your comment into manifestfaster.com. It'll take you to an ordering blank, and the free reading is the first one that shows up. The flower petals, it's no cost to you at all, and I would love to pull a card for you. Okay. Meanwhile, I want to demonstrate this is the missing piece reading. It is available for your purchase tonight if you wish. It's just $11.11. And in it, we're asking the cards to show us what are we missing? What's the missing piece that could be holding us back? So all you do to participate is hold in your mind, what is the area where you're really wanting some growth? Where is it that you want to see spirit's impact? Where do you want to feel guidance? Hold on to that in your mind. And you can piggyback, you can claim the energy of these three cards, or you can order yourself a reading right here, right now. Okay, hi, Ritz, welcome. Let's take a look. Our first card, we have Temperance, and then we have the King of Pentacles. Hmm, what's the missing piece in the Page of Swords? So these three cards are having career energy on. Okay, let me just sip my water. I'm feeling a career situation here going on. Looking at this King of Pentacles, and he is sitting, it looks like he's in a penthouse apartment. Okay, so he's got it made. So he is having this is a successful energy, but it's kind of missing something. For example, there's a bottle of wine there, but there's no glass. And also, I notice him eating what looks like a hot dog. Oh no, he's sipping the wine. Okay, I'm sorry. Because I'm just going to go with what I was reading. So I noticed there was no glass, and then I saw him eating a hot dog, which is not what it is. But that's why I love reading the cards intuitively, because you never know what you're going to see. But it's to me, it's somebody who's gotten all that success. They've gotten what they wanted. They've gotten what they thought they wanted, so they've achieved a certain degree of success, but guess what? It's not what they thought. It's incomplete. There's nobody else there. He's by himself with his bottle of wine. It looks to me like he is lacking something, and he's looking back here towards the past. So if I take these figures and I assume that wants this young man has grown up to be the king. I'm seeing the colors of the hair being the same. And I think there was something he learned when he was a child. It was just to be extraordinarily fair-minded. That you may be a person like this, that you were raised where being fair is one of your core values for sure. But in that, if you overdo it, if you overdo trying to be fair to everyone, it will throw you off balance because humans don't behave consistently. Okay. So this idea of some sort of a vow or promise that you took to be fair no matter what happens. What we're seeing here is that an adjustment needs to be made. The page of swords here, look at how she's calling out as if to say, excuse me, your majesty, excuse me. The page actually serves the king, which I think is so interesting here. But it's like there's a message that's coming through that the king needs to adjust, that everything they thought they wanted, guess what? Right now, it's not what they thought. So they need to be very honest with themselves. So for you, what could be missing is that you may have made a promise when you were quite young that right now simply doesn't serve you anymore. Okay. So what the cards are saying tonight is before you make that big decision, be sure to pause and ask yourself, is this going to bring me soul satisfaction? Now, just when I was saying that, you guys, I have a huge lump in my throat, like in my upper chest, where it's just like a physical block that came up when I even thought about this, being able to just look in the mirror and say, I am 100% content with where I am right now in my life. This offer that's coming toward me, it's going to it's going to raise my self-concept and teach me what I need to know to go to the next level. Okay, something very important for you to learn before you sign on the dotted line, before you commit yourself. All right. Don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. Are you really happy with what you're doing right now? And if not, why not? Okay, again, having a card reading of your own can be very helpful. If that's interesting to you, please take a look at my recorded readings. There are several that are less than $10, and then going up from there, depending if you want an audio reading or a video reading. If you want to work with me live, that's also possible. Okay, but many times when I'm doing a single card reading, or even a 3 card reading, you can tell there's more information there. I just can't get to it all, okay? Ritz, if you would like a reading, I'm happy to pull a card for you. All you have to do is register. You actually order your reading right there. There's one reading that's available for free tonight, and then there are 2 other options. So Kismet Kiss, hey, welcome. I recognize your name. You've been here before. Thank you for being present. Oh, yes, Archangel Raziel. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that with me. Let me just go back down and see your name, Celestial Current. I love your name too, Celestial Current. I feel like we're on that. I feel like there is a currency. It's like the electrical charges that are connecting us. No accident that you popped in tonight. So thank you so much. So let's get our flower deck and let me just get them situated. They're a little bit new, so I get them just want to make them a little bit more flexible. So for celestial current, Archangel Raziel was here with that beautiful message. And where do you live? Where do you live, Kismet Kiss? I am in Tennessee, where it's pretty darn cold. And I have to tell you guys, I live in a community that's a lot of older people live here, and so oh, you're in California. I lived in San Diego for a long, long time. Where are you in California? Anyway, so I just decided we should have some more social activities here in my little community, and so I organized I started a social club, the Waddell Gardens Social Club, and it was fun. It was something that pulled people together. We had a great turnout. I made a cake, the first cake I've baked in years, and just feel happy and grateful that I met some new people and got out of my apartment because I do love my own company. So if you're like me, it's hard for you to get out. Let's do our best to do more getting out with real humans. We all could benefit from that. So celestial, kismet kiss. Let's see what your flower is. Daffodil. Daffodil. The sun shines brighter when you are here. Completely, completely true. The sun shines brighter when you are here. Now, I will tell you that I'm looking at the Latin name of this kismet, Narcissus pseudo Narcissus. Wow. So that immediately makes me wonder if you've been connected to a narcissistic person. Has there been a narcissist in your life? Yeah, because I'm thinking that it's first of all, the narcissist word is mentioned twice, and then pseudo is false. So now that I'm thinking back to that Archangel Raziel message, this is very important, isn't it? And I don't know if you were here when I read the first 3 card reading tonight. It was all about being naive. And one of the readings I did was like how we can have a tendency to see the best in people and to not be suspicious. And we can, yes. Oh, celestial. Can you believe that this card came out for you? Isn't that exciting? I was married to a narcissist, and it was extraordinarily difficult for me and difficult to get out. I ended up about 9 years before I could get out. And it's the what they call the gaslighting, where narcissists are very, very good at manipulating you to think differently than you do. It's a very bizarre and troublesome disorder to deal with if you happen to be with them. In fact, there's a really good book. Let me just put it in here for you guys. The Sociopath Next Door. It's very, very good because it talks about. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Kismet. But that book, The Sociopath Next Door, it talks about how many of the people who are the president of companies, politicians, actors, a lot of people are sociopaths because they couldn't be who they are if they were empaths. It's like they couldn't, like if you have a CEO of a major huge company and they have to fire a whole bunch of people, they can do it without worrying that the people are going to be hungry tonight. So if you're trying to get healing from a narcissist, that's a really good book to read. Okay. Also, I've been working with people in breakup recovery for decades, and I'm happy to support you, Kismet, if there's something I can do. My longer readings include tapping. You can also set up a tapping appointment with me live. It took me a few years to um, feel like myself again after I divorced the narcissist. And in fact, I will tell you, Kismet, in Christmas of 2021, my person who was my ex at the time, and there was a no contact put into place where he was not to contact me again. And 5 years after our divorce was final, on Christmas Day 2021, I got an email from him and a text, both of which were too familiar and made my skin crawl, to tell you the truth. And I was so upset on Christmas Day that he would contact me with an inappropriate email and text, and I thought, I'm not going to let it ruin my day. I walked straight out to my table and I put my very first YouTube reading, a tarot reading onto YouTube. I really had no idea what I was doing, but I just wanted to. I was living in Mexico at the time. My internet was very weak, but I strapped up my phone to some makeshift tripod type of situation, and I started. So it was just getting through to my own self that I have value and going to step out and take care of Catherine, even though that person I was with harmed my self concept so much. So, see, though, if it wouldn't been for him being inappropriate, I may not even be a reader. So, there you go. But yeah, fantastic confirmation for you, my friend. Okay, anybody else here? If you would like me. Right? And now, I mean, I used to be so nervous with the readings and scared, la la la. And now the cards do all the work. I mean, honestly, in fact, I'll do another demonstration now with the tarot because the cards do all the work. And that's the beauty when you do have a spiritual gifting and you may be afraid to step out. And you may have people saying, look, you're really good at cards. Why don't you read my cards? You're like, no, 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 I can't do it. Well, that's what we're looking here. What is it that you're missing that could enrich your life, not only spiritually and intellectually, but financially? Okay. All right. So let's do a three-card reading. This is a demonstration of the missing piece reading. And feel free to take any guidance that you hear as your own. That's what we do with the readings for the collective. And welcome, my friends. Okay, the name of this deck, I love it. It's been absolutely pivotal in my readings lately. It's the Wake Me Up Tarot, because we all need to wake up. I love the fact that her hair is white and black. You know, we have the shadow and the light. And I love that the third eye is being recognized and acknowledged here. So, okay. So let's pull our three cards. Generally speaking, the people that pop into my readings are looking for love, or career help, generally speaking. So that's what I'm prepared for. But every now and then we get a reading that's from the other side. Or somebody has a loved one. Funny, I should say that. Funny, I should say that because I really do feel like this is a message for someone. Okay. I do feel like this is a message for someone. In particular, I thinking of Christina in the UK, um, and then Christina in Canada, Mystic Christina. I'm picking up on if you're still here. This to me is cards that are pulled in support of someone who has lost a loved one. So if you have lost a loved one recently or any time in 2025, I feel like this is a painful Christmas, isn't it? Because you're going through the holidays without someone. This grandmother energy with the strength card, I'm just sensing that there has been a female who's crossed over in the last 2 years, the last year. Um, and the strength, it's interesting to have the strength card here as a grandmother because I can tell you, because I'm one too, that you do have a lot of history and you know what you're capable of. I look back here at that mountain climbing picture and it's her at a younger age where she climbed her mountains. She overcame her shadows. And I feel like the loss of this figure in your life has really been difficult. That this could be grandmother, auntie, mom, somebody who was an elder, who knew you well, knew how to disarm you, knew how to keep your fears at bay, and they're gone. This hermit card, I just see that this loss, where he is checked out, and how often that's true. And it's part of grieving. And it's important that you do need time to check out. And that's good. I support you 100%. But there's also the time to um, animate yourself, right? Find the motivation, take action on something. The reason I say that is because the Knight of Swords, look at how he's coming in, dashing in, and really in form, very almost like a professional reader is just in form. He's running into the picture. So with this knight, there is someone who's going to be approaching you. You're not going to feel like getting involved. You want to be in hermit mode. You want to check out where this loss has thrown you. However, there's something coming that is so much to your benefit, my dear viewer. Spirit knows what you're going through. There is an opportunity coming. You never saw it coming. See how this rocket is taking off? It's not connected to this night. It's just the connection of speed. And so you don't have to say yes or no in a hurry, but it's important that you open your heart. Is this something that will help me grow? Is this something that will keep me calm as I go through this transition without my person? A couple of things. Number one, grief groups are wonderful places to go. There's a grief group somewhere in your community. And I did meet someone who lives in Ethiopia, and there was no grief group available in her town, but they are available on YouTube and online. They have group meetings. So looking up grief support and just do a search, and you will come up with a list of resources. Secondly, I have a resource here at my account on Hipsy. I give away a reading for grief. So anybody, if you've lost someone, please do take advantage of my grief reading. There's no charge. If you just go through and look at all the different recorded readings I have, when you come to the one on grief, all you do is fill out, tell me what's going on, and I'll draw you cards and send an audio to you. Okay. It's just the least we can do. I am a hospice volunteer, and it's something that I'm so grateful I've had that experience, and I'd love to provide comfort for you. Okay. So, again, very specific, somebody who's lost someone, they are not gone forever. This my belief system is that your person is always in spirit and sending you all this moral support that you need and is bringing you comfort even right now. Okay. All right. Welcome, friends. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. So, welcome. We're drawing cards tonight to just be able to take care. Decisions come to us. We need to make a decision about someone. We don't know exactly what's happening next, and we just want spirit to give us some clues, help us be prepared. Okay, so our free readings tonight are from the flower petals, just like little greeting cards, little postcards from spirit, just to give you a personal message at no charge. Our second reading available is through our Angels and Oracles deck, where I can pull one card for you and let you know what you can expect next. And then our final cards that are available tonight for tonight's readings, we have the Wake Me Up Tarot. And I love this deck. It gets me. The artist, who is the artist? Designed and illustrated by Ratanawadi Sukapad, written by Roshni Sakdev. Well, I don't know that I pronounce those names well, but I really enjoy this offering of this deck. And so that's also available. I've drawn three cards for you. It's only $11.11. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue to draw for the collective. So where are you from? Let me know. Where are you watching from? I'm in Tennessee, where it's chilly. I'm shivering in Tennessee. Where are you watching from? Let me know. Okay. Anybody want a free reading? I'm happy to pull a card for you. All you need to do is click manifestfaster.com and I will draw you a card. Meanwhile, let's take a peek at another oracle. What is it? There's a decision that needs to be made. Somebody may be pressuring you. You're like, wait, something doesn't feel quite right. I don't want to be pressured. You know what that's like, right? Just makes you feel uneasy. So let's pull an oracle card. Hmm, self-employment. Okay, so this makes sense to me for what we're looking at tonight because there is that sense of this is a big decision, like a game changer. Should I do this? Should I not? And so we have the self-employment card, and there's our tentative, limited timidry, timid drudgery. So you may be somebody who's been trying to make it on your own. You may be a reader, you may be an artist, you may be involved in construction, you may be connected to the building trade as a contractor where you can do your own thing. And it's been a dream come true for you. You really, really love it. But the amount of work it takes is surprising you that you didn't realize how tough it was to do like the marketing part, for example, that you just are super at what you do. You have a lot of skill if you're creating something, if you're a carpenter and you can knock out the most beautiful cabinetry, or if you're a fine artist and you want to sell paintings so much, but you found that without help, without support, without a marketing plan, it's way too much work. Okay. So, what the angels are calling you to do is to really look at what you can delegate. You have sometimes it's hard and you can be tentative or timid about asking for collaborations or asking for other related professions that might want to do a deal with you where you both could maybe bring your your needs together. I'm thinking of like a hairdresser and a makeup artist could come together and create an events for weddings, right? Because the two could work together. Or if you're in the construction field, that there could be perhaps a designer, interior designer or architect that might want to do something with you, where you guys could share the resources and the client base, because there's something new before. Don't give up. Don't give up. But the amount of hard work, this word drudgery, where it's no fun for you anymore. The reason you wanted to do this is because you had fun doing it, but right now you're getting dragged down. But spirit does not want you to give up. Okay, what's coming next is there a chance for you definitely to be resourceful and to remember why it is that you started doing this. In the beginning, you had so much confidence, and you had more rewarding client experiences. The back end, all of that drudgery has stolen the joy that you used to have from this career thing that's going on. So it might be a good idea if you can, maybe you could take a weekend, even at least 24 hours and check out, turn off your devices and go out to the woods or to the beach or somewhere where you can really spend some quality time just resting, separating yourself a little bit. What is most important? Can you find your original joy with your mission here and revive the commitment that you need? Okay. It's very important to take this time to decide clearly what it is you're wanting next for 2026. Okay. There's a lot in that card. There's a lot there, but you are a gifted and talented person. If you just happened by to hear this, please receive it. Take a breath, pull that in. That's excellent. Okay. Anybody else like to have me pull a card for you? Did you just stop by? I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. You're more than welcome here always. And what we're looking for are the patterns that hold us back and get in the way from us being our full selves, right? Being able to speak up for ourselves, advocate for ourselves, take care of ourselves. Okay. Would anybody like to have me draw a card for you? All got my cards right here. I got a little bit of time before I'm gonna take off tonight, but I would love to draw a flower card for you if you're here and you'd like to have a card. Just register on the Hipsy account. I see you there peeking in. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. You'd like to have a card? Just click on the link. I'm happy to pull a card for you. What do you have for my friend? What is the flower card you have for our friend? All right, let's pull one more oracle. Welcome. What is it what's coming next? Okay. The cards are very connected to each story has been connected, and this one is no different. Just this idea that what's coming next is a huge opportunity for you to be the real you. Whatever has been going on for you, you've been you've been fake, but not fake in a bad way. It's like you're not sure what to do, like the walking on eggshells thing, where you don't want to offend the people that you're with, whether at work or at home. But not, it's kind of draining you of all your spirit to try to pretend to be acting like you are somebody else. And so it's important for you as you finish this year, it's so important that you allow yourself, give yourself permission to be real, to be authentic. Don't try to change how you laugh. Don't those things you hear yourself and you think, oh, that sounded bad. Self critical, right? Like, I wish my nose wasn't shaped like that, or I wish I didn't have these freckles, the things that we pick at our own self. And so we create like this artificial persona. It's like she was wearing a suit. She was actually um, putting on uh, putting on um, a very strong persona that so probably to feel safe and be taken care of. But there's such softness there, a very soft, gentle energy. So this card is all about finding a place where you can be authentic, finding people where that you don't have to pretend you're somebody you're not. It's very important. So when you get social invitations, please take advantage of them. Go out and see who you notice and allow yourself just practice small ways. Go ahead and crack a joke. And even if they don't laugh, it's okay. Go ahead and ask questions. Ask people where they're from or how they met the host of the party. Be interested and curious in other people, and you will attract some wonderful new friends that enjoy the real you. Okay. The end of 2025, we'll just finish it out strong and just let go of any false desire to fit, or you can truly be your own self. What a great card for you, and a great card for us to finish tonight. So I hope you enjoyed the readings. Thank you so much for joining, y'all. And we will see you soon. We'll definitely doing a reading on Sunday mornings is my usual time. And then I'll probably be back on what day is today? Tuesday. I'll be back on Thursday or Friday. So thank you for subscribing so you know when I'm coming on live. And also thank you for taking a peek at my readings over on Hipsy. I appreciate you and I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye, Chris. Bye, Kismet Kiss. Good night now.